All right, we are recording. Hello, team. I hope everybody's having an awesome start to May. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Alexa Leckenbach. I am a 6-star diamond coach and one of Lauren's personally sponsored coaches, and I am excited to host this month's new coach call for all of you guys. Shout out to Shauna, who is on live with me right now. And hopefully, Skylar, your thing says Shauna. It says Shauna Costello. That's funny. Sorry. Using your mom's computer. That's funny. Okay, Skylar. Shout out to Skylar for being on live. Side note, I really recommend you guys being live on all of the calls, not just a new coach call, but we have our weekly team calls. I'm going to go over those a little bit. It's just I think it's better energy. You're more like, I don't know. I just think it's more fun when you're on live than watching it recorded, right? You're just going to be a little bit more engaged. So anyways, I'm really excited though to chat with you guys about some really basic stuff, all about how to get your business started. So like I said, I have been a coach for, going on 5 years. It'll be my 5-year anniversary of coaching in October, which is nuts. So I've been around in the block for a while and I've learned a lot of things, and this presentation and this really has been accumulation of the things that we have all learned, myself and the other leaders on the team over the last few years. And we are never going to claim to be the experts at this coaching thing, but we do believe in learning and failing and making mistakes and adjusting and always moving forward. So like I said, this has been kind of like a culmination of, a lot of what we've learned over the last, 4 or 5 years, between me and Lauren and, the other leaders, Emma, all of us. And we really think that this is, a really great way to help you kickstart your business. So if you're watching this recorded, watching this live, make sure you're, taking notes, paying attention, writing stuff down, because this stuff is all going to be very helpful to you as you get your business started. So that being said, let's get into all of the good stuff. I have a presentation here that I'm going to share my screen, and we're just going to get going. So I'm still recording, right? I want to make sure. Yes. I think I'm still recording. Yeah. I don't know why I would have stopped. Okay, here we go. Let me make sure I can see everything. All right. So let's get started, you guys. How to open your fitness business. Sometimes it can be a little bit daunting and a little bit scary to be like, oh my gosh, I'm starting my own business. But honestly, just take this and understand that, there are tons of us that have been doing this, before you. And we really have tried our best to make it as simple as possible. We have tried to streamline our processes and really give our new coaches all of the tools and resources that you need to be successful at this. So on your end, you just have to make sure that you're utilizing that stuff, plugging into things like these team calls and, using the resources that we share. And if you really just stick to that and don't try and reinvent the wheel and really just try and be, consistent and focus on these basics that we're going to cover, you can be totally successful with this. Okay. So right off the bat, let's just get going. So growing your business revolves around one really simple thing, and that is to work on your health and fitness goals first, okay? So no matter who you are, no matter how long you have been a coach, your journey always has to come first, because if you don't have a journey and if you're not working on your goals, then your business is going to go nowhere. Your business revolves around your journey, and it doesn't matter if you're, what part of your journey you are on, right? As long as you are just on your journey and sharing about what you're doing and talking about, your health and wellness and all that kind of stuff, you'll be successful, because the whole goal of this is for you to work on yourself first and then help other people work on their goals, and you will grow a crazy awesome business in just doing that over and over and over. Okay. So like I said, you're always going to be at different points in your journey. For example, right now I am currently 8 months pregnant. And so obviously I'm at a completely different spot in my journey than when I first started, when I was overweight and wanting to lose 80 pounds, right? So, your journey is always going to be evolving, okay? It's never going to be like one static thing. You're not always necessarily going to be on a weight loss journey or, whatever. And that's okay. That's life. You know what I mean? That's real life. We're never just stuck in one place. So, just make sure that you're just constantly working on yourself. Don't ever put your health and your wellness in the back burner, because it can be really easy to do. Sometimes, we have coaches who come in and they're really excited and about growing the business and helping their new coaches. And sometimes you forget about putting your health and fitness first and always sharing your journey. But if you do that, then it's going to be a really big struggle for you to help people and to show people the potential of what this business can do and to really get them started. Because if they aren't watching what you're doing and they are not inspired by your journey, then why are they going to want to join this? You know what I mean? Your journey is like the center of your business. So just remember that, okay? Always put yourself and your goals first. And that's the thing that I love about this. Honestly, that is like what makes this business and what we do specifically, so great in my opinion, is that if I'm working on myself, then my business will grow. And if I'm not working on myself and I'm not on my journey and I'm not sharing that, my business is not going to grow. And so it really is that extra accountability for your personal goals and your personal journey, because your business will grow when you are working on yourself and you're growing. Okay. So just something to remember, first and foremost, your health and fitness should always come first. Okay. So now let's talk a little bit more about like some logistics and things. Like I said at the beginning, we have tons of really amazing resources and things to help you be successful. And we want to make sure that you know where all of this stuff is located and you know about these tools so that you can utilize this stuff and take action on it. Okay. So first off is the team page. If you're not part of Team Fit Revolution, which I think pretty much everybody who's watching this should be in Team Fit Revolution, because I don't know how else you would have heard about this call without being in there. But this is our team page, and this is a very great resource for you as a new coach. And we're actually working on kind of reorganizing it a little bit. But basically, when you are in the team page, here are a couple of things that you can do to really maximize the resources and everything that we have there. So first off, I suggest pinning the team page to your shortcuts. And you can do that if you are on your desktop. You click this little More tab right here, and then you can hit Pin to Shortcuts. And what that'll do is that's going to put the group over here on the left side. And it just makes it easier for you to access and check in. Okay, you can do this on your phone too as well. But pin this to your shortcuts, okay? That makes it easy. You can check in, I recommend checking in every day if you can. But this just makes it a little bit easier. And any of your important groups that you might have, whether it's a challenge group or whatever, do that for all of your groups so that you have all of your most important groups over here on the left side. And it's just going to help you stay more organized and not get lost in all of the clutter and everything of Facebook, which is very easy for us to do, right? So, help yourself out by staying organized. Pin this to your shortcuts. Another thing is to take some time and look through the files. And like I said, the files right now are a little bit discombobulated, but we're working on kind of reorganizing it and creating a new library. But if you look under the files, we have tons of great resources for you, so that you can just, for pretty much anything that you might have questions on. So I recommend using these files and just taking a look after you get off this call. Go through the files just so that you kind of have an idea, so that maybe if in the future you have a question about something, you can say, oh yeah, I remember there's a file about that in the team page. Okay. And then lastly is the search function. And I feel like this is so underutilized. And I just want to point it out. So the search function is really great because a lot of times people ask a lot of the same questions. And so if you have a basic question that you think somebody might have already asked, I recommend searching the group first before posting it in the team page, because chances are, somebody might have asked about it already. A great example is, we get the question, is Shakeology gluten-free? So you can go up to the search bar. Like I said, you can do this both on your phone or on your desktop. But go to the search bar, type in Shakeology gluten-free, and then you can go through the posts and see who else has asked that question and then kind of see the answers. That way you don't have to
you don't have the same questions like over and over. Not that you can't, ask a question that has already been asked, but this just cuts out a step and gets you a more immediate answer. Okay, so use the search function. If you still can't find the answer to your question, obviously use the team page, ask your question, post, tag your coach or whatever. Okay, that's what that's there for. The team page is there for you to not only use our tools and resources, but also to stay plugged in to things like team calls and events and announcements, and it's a resource and a source of information for you to ask questions. Okay, so use that search function. And then lastly, remember that we do have weekly team calls every Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay, I really recommend getting on these calls, you guys. It's a really great way for you to stay connected to the team. Every week we have some sort of a topic that we go over. That's just going to help you with moving your business forward. And especially as a new coach, this is a really great resource for you. And honestly, I continue to get on the team calls and the National Wake Up Call, every single week. It's an important way to, like I said, stay plugged into the business and to the team. So if you can, hop on the team calls on Sunday nights. If you're not able to catch it live, you can always watch the recording. We always share the recordings of the team calls. Okay. But these are just some important little things for you to know as you get going to help you with coaching, okay? Now, let's get into what is really going to be kind of your blueprint for getting started as a new coach. A lot of times new coaches are like, okay, I'm getting started, but I don't really know where to focus, what to really work on. How do I really get this going? And so what's great is we have these four, what we call the 4 vital behaviors. And this is really just, in a nutshell, the 4 things that you should be doing in your business and focusing on in order to move your business forward. Okay, so the first vital behavior is called invite, invite, invite. Now this one might kind of freak you out because for whatever reason, inviting people and talking to people always seems to be most new coaches' fear when it comes to coaching. But you guys, if we're going to be helping people change their life, that means you have to talk to people, right? You can't help people without talking to people. But what's really cool is that we're not talking about going out there and spam messaging your mom and your cousin and everybody in your life and saying, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach, want to join my challenge group, want to buy my product. Like, no. We are not that kind of a company. We do not promote that. We promote building relationships. We promote focusing on yourself and your journey and sharing that and being authentic. And we promote you just looking for people who need something that we have to offer. That's all that this is, you guys. We have an amazing gift that we can offer people of community, support, health, wellness, and you're simply just putting that out there into the world and finding other people who need this. Not everybody needs what we have to offer, but guess what? There is an obesity epidemic in our country and across the world. There are a lot of people who need this, okay? So this is just about you sharing what's working for you and inviting others to come along the journey with you. Think about it like if you go and see a movie that you love, right? You post about the movie, right? Really great example is my husband and I actually just watched the Black Panther movie last night. And I'm not even into Marvel comics or those, the superhero movies, but I've been wanting to watch Black Panther because I've just been hearing so many things about people posting about how great it is on Facebook, on social media. And I'm like, okay, well, I got to watch this movie now, right? It's the same thing, right? Like if there's something that you're doing that's working for you and that you love, and you post about it, to let other people, know about it, that's exactly what this is. Okay. So you're just here to invite and share people to go on this journey by focusing on their goals and what they need. And we're going to talk a little bit more about the invite process more in detail, but just know that inviting is not about being a salesperson. Inviting is literally about you working on yourself, sharing your journey, and finding other people who want to go on this journey with you and helping them get started. Okay? I'm going to have to stop and take water throughout this, you guys, because like I said, I'm pregnant and I feel like I'm always thirsty. So give me 1 minute. Okay, so vital behavior number 2 is called being a product of the product. And again, this comes back to the very first thing that I said, which is that your personal health and fitness journey always needs to come first. Drinking Shakeology, committing to a program,
participating in challenge groups, and really just working on being your own success story. Really, you guys, like, you are your own walking billboard for this. And again, this is what makes this business great, is because if you are working on yourself and getting results, not only is that awesome for you because you're making progress and you're being your healthiest, best self, but you're also going to inspire other people to start their journey as well. And it's a win-win situation. So again, if you're not working on yourself, if you're not, participating in challenge groups and not working on your goals and not committed to any program or whatever, you're not going to have much to share. So being a product of the product is just you committing to using Beachbody's amazing tools that we have to offer and sharing that journey so that other people who need these same tools just like you did can know that they have an option to join you. Okay? Hold on one second. Gonna bug the crap out of me. There we go. Okay, so number 3, personal development. This is a really important one, you guys, and it's one that a lot of people tend to skip because it's an easy one not to do. But I will tell you right now that it is a vital behavior for a reason. We aren't just putting personal development up here just for the fun of it. We are putting it up here because you need personal development and growth happening every day if you want to work through the ups and downs that happen with this business. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat it and say that this is all rainbows and butterflies. You are going to come across struggles, and that's okay. That's normal. That's business. That's life, right? But if you aren't working on your mindset and your mental strength, you're not going to get through those struggles. You're going to give up. You're going to throw in the towel. So you've got to work on strengthening and bettering yourself every day. And that can happen by learning from other people who are successful, reading personal development books, tuning into things like the Team Call and the National Wake Up Call. We have some really great personal development recommendations to new coaches. That is one of those files that's going to be under the team page. So, make sure that you're committed to personal development. Also, if you are joining our new coach training, we'll have a personal development recommendations for new coaches in there as well. So you know that you have some options in what you should be reading. But don't ever think that you don't need this, because I'm sorry, we all need this, and you will not be successful without it. And the last vital behavior is recognition. And this one's really important. Celebrating and reinforcing the meaningful achievements that are leading to results on your journey, and shouting out other people for their success as well. So when you have new coaches that are joining the team, and maybe you have a coach that puts out their very first post about being a coach, giving them a shout out and saying, want to give some love to my coach Susie. She just did her very first coaching post, and it was awesome, and so excited for her to get going. Giving her some love in the team page, or even, it doesn't have to be public, but you can privately recognize people too. But this goes for not just your coaches, but your challengers, and as you start to help people, like giving people recognition and shout outs and positive reinforcement so that they know that they're doing the right thing and taking the right steps. This goes a long way. Think about your own personal job. Do you ever get recognized for all of your hard work? Like, that was one of the reasons why I didn't want to be at a 9-to-5 job, was because I felt like I was totally underappreciated. And so the little things, just a small little shout out, or just some sort of recognition really goes a long way. Okay, these are 4 vital behaviors. If you ever get stuck and don't know what you should be doing every day in your business, come back to these 4 vitals. Okay, refocus and remember, okay, I just need to be inviting, I need to be working on myself, I need to be doing personal development, and I need to be recognizing the success of the people that I'm working with. Just don't overcomplicate it. Okay, it all comes back to these 4 things. So now let's talk a little bit about Success Club. This is really a great benchmark and a first goal to shoot for in your business. So again, as you're getting started, it can be like, okay, so I kind of know what I'm doing. I'm talking to people. I want them to get started in a challenge group. You know what I mean? Like, but for those of you who really want to start to earn an income and help people and really see your business grow, then Success Club is going to be something that's going to be on your radar. Okay, it's a really good first goal to shoot for every single month. Okay, think of it, like I said, as a benchmark. It's a benchmark for success. If you are making it your goal to hit Success Club every single month, then you can pretty much guarantee that your business and your income is going to grow. Okay, so what is Success Club?
You can think of it like Life Changers Club. That's kind of like interchangeable with this. It's really simple. If you help at least 3 people with either a challenge pack or one of our supplements on HD, I know it says Shakeology, but actually we have Daily Sunshine, which is another one of our great supplements and shakes. If you were to help somebody get started with Daily Sunshine on HD, HD stands for Home Direct, just so you guys know. That means getting them set up so that they, their Shakeology or their Daily Sunshine or whatever is going to renew. Of course, they can cancel that at any time, but they're going to save some money on shipping if they get started on HD. So that's what I always tell people. I don't really have an issue with making sure everybody gets set on HD. But if you help 3 people with at least a challenge pack or Shakeology or Daily Sunshine or even our performance stack on HD, those all will earn you Success Club points, okay? And we say 3 people because each challenge pack in Shakeology or supplement is worth 2 points. And your goal is to get to Success Club 5 every single month, or really 6, right? Because if you help 3 people, they're each 2 points, that's 6 points, okay? And if you hit over 5 points, then you hit Success Club. And along with you helping your customers, you also need to make sure that you have 90 personal volume points on Home Direct for your own personal order. This can be Shakeology or other HD options. Like I said, this can be Shakeology, this can be the Shakeology Boost, this can be the Performance line, this can be Daily Sunshine. Anything that you can get on Home Direct that equals out to be 90 PV. So you just need to make one of those orders yourself each month. Just to give you an idea, Shakeology is worth 90 PV. So if you are just on your monthly Shakeology and you just have your monthly Shakeology order on Home Direct, then you're going to be good for this requirement. It's really easy. But then the other goal is for you to earn those 6 Success Club points, helping 3 people. And it's really not that hard. Like I said, I'm going to go a little bit more in depth on the process and how you can hit Success Club. But understand that this is a really great way to help gauge your success and your progress in your business. It's not a requirement in any way, you guys. Like I said, this is a benchmark for you to shoot for if growing your business is important to you, if helping people is important to you, if earning an income is important to you, okay? So this is just something like to kind of put on your goal board or your vision board and say, okay, I'm a new coach. I'm ready to rock this. I'm ready to do it. So now, like my first step, let's hit Success Club. You know what I mean? And that gives you that first goal to work towards, okay? And another thing, you guys, is you earn a minimum of $40 for every challenge pack that is sold. So you're not just earning points, but you're earning commission on these things that you're getting people started with. So if you think about it that way, you help 3 people and with the minimum challenge pack and you get $40 each. That's $120 that you're going to earn, just from helping 3 people, which is pretty cool. That could cover the cost of your own Shakeology for the month, which is, I know for me, that was one of my first big goals for myself is I wanted to cover my Shakeology costs. I didn't want to have to pay for my Shakeology out of pocket every month. So I worked on hitting Success Club, helping 3 people, and I earned enough income to cover that Shakeology. And then I just continued to do that every single month, and it starts to compound and grow over time, okay? So understand that Success Club, like I said, it's not saying that, if you don't hit this club, you're not successful. You don't help 3 people, you're not successful. That's not the case. It's really just a way for those of you who do want to work on growing your business, building your income, like really being serious with this. This is what will help you make that happen, okay? And another really cool thing about Success Club as a new coach is for those of you who join as a new coach and you hit Success Club in your first 3 months, you can earn a free ticket to Coach Summit, which is our yearly big coaching conference. You guys, Summit is amazing. I got to Summit my first year as a coach. I was pretty much brand new. I was about 5 months into my business, 6 months into working my business when I decided to, I went to Summit. And it really changed the game for me. It made me decide that this is what I want to do. I heard success stories from other coaches. I heard cool product announcements about new programs coming out. And we got to work out live with super trainers that I had been working out with in my living room and that had changed my life. And I got to meet the team and
bond and have fun. My first year of Summit, it was in Las Vegas. This year it's in Indianapolis. I don't know where it's going to be next year. They always announce at Summit, but this is just a really great event. It's so much fun. And I'm actually really sad because I'm not going to be able to go this year. For the only reason is because I'm going to be having my baby. I'm due on June 7th, which is 2 weeks before Summit this year. So I could potentially be giving birth during Summit if I went late. So that obviously won't work. But literally having my baby is the only reason why I would ever miss Summit. I've gone, I've been to Vegas, I've been to Nashville twice, and I've been to New Orleans. So this would be my 5th Summit that I'll be missing. But that's okay. I will be there with you guys next year. I highly recommend, whether you earn your free ticket or not, get to Summit, because it is a game changer for, showing you the potential of this business and learning and growing and just really maximizing all of the great tools and things that we have to help you be successful. Okay? So let's keep moving on. We have a lot of great stuff to get through. So let's talk a little bit about rank. You might hear these words thrown around a lot in the team page, emerald and diamond, and you're probably like, okay, what does this mean? And this is basically like the team building side of this business, okay? So along with doing things like helping people get started with programs and earning a retail commission, you can also start to build an income by helping other coaches, join your team and do what you do. Okay, and this is really where like the magic starts to happen, is when you start to grow a team and a tribe of people who are like-minded and say, wow, I love working on my health and fitness. I love helping other people. I want to do this also. So Emerald is the first rank that you are able to hit as a new coach. This is a really great, I think, first 30, 60-day goal for your business, honestly. It's not very difficult. It basically means that you have personally sponsored and signed up a coach on the left side of your business, on your left leg, and then you've also personally sponsored a coach on your right leg, okay? Your coach can show you where your left and right legs are and how to, set these coaches up. I'm not going to get into all of that, but that's really what it means. It basically means helping two people, you plus two people join who want to do this, who want to learn how to grow their business, get on these new coach calls, and just do what you're doing, okay? Once you do that, you are an Emerald coach. And this really unlocks your business center. And there are so many great advantages to being an Emerald coach. You start to earn what's called our team cycle bonuses, which is basically another income stream that you can have along with earning retail commission. And, as you continue on and continue to build your team, the next big goal after Emerald is what we call Diamond. Now, this might be, take a little bit longer, but I just want to talk about this so that it's on your radar and so that you know about it, and so that you kind of are like, okay, this is a long-term goal for me, so you kind of have a vision and see kind of what you're working towards. But Diamond coaches have 4 coaches that they have personally sponsored on each leg, and then one of those 4 coaches on each leg is an Emerald coach themselves. Okay, and so that means, you remember, Emerald is the left and the right. So an Emerald coach with has a coach on their left and their right, along with 3 coaches on each leg. Does that make sense? So there's 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I had to do some quick math there. 12 coaches basically in your organization right here. And again, this is a long-term goal. You're not going to hit this overnight, but just something to think about as you're moving forward, because this is really where you can start to see your income grow, is when you start to grow a team and thrive that way. And understand that we have a lot of great resources to help you with hitting these goals, okay? So don't be overwhelmed by it. Don't think this is impossible. It's very much a possible goal for you to hit if it's what you want to do, but you just got to commit to it. So first off, though, focus on Emerald, finding your first 2 people. My first 2 coaches were actually my best friend and my mom. My mom didn't even really want to work the business at all. She just wanted to, number one, support me in reaching my goals, but she also really liked Shakeology and was drinking it and wanted to get a discount on it. So I was like, let me just sign you up as what we call discount coach. She didn't really do anything. She just was a coach in my business, and she got her Shakeology every month and stayed active. And then I had my best friend who at the time wanted to grow a business. So she was actually working and kind of going through training too. And then boom, I hit Emerald, and it wasn't that hard. You know what I mean? So
Are there people in your life that would maybe want to support you or possibly want to join you and do this with you? You have moms, best friends, cousins, aunts, whatever. Think about some people that you could, see joining your team, okay? And don't be afraid to reach out to them. So now let's talk a little bit about, the steps of seeing progress in your business and kind of what actions to really take moving forward. So first step is for you to commit to a challenge group. As you start talking to people, talking about the business, you have to have something to invite people to. And that's where our challenge groups come into play, okay? So your goal is really to figure out, okay, number one, when is the next challenge group starting that I'm going to invite my first people to, okay? And we have a couple options. So number one, you can decide to just right off the bat, if you have already maybe been in challenge groups for a while, maybe you've been a challenger and you love the atmosphere, you want to host your own group. Like that's why you decided to join this. Then you can do that. You can 100% start off the bat hosting your own group or even teaming up with maybe another coach. Or maybe your option two is maybe you're starting, you kind of want to get your feet wet. Maybe you're like, okay, well, I want to, add people to a challenge group, but I don't want to necessarily run it myself. You can join our team challenge group. We always have a team group for something going on. So just find out when that group is starting next. Reach out to whoever your sponsor is. Figure that out, and you can use that and promote that team group and add your people into it. And what's great about that is that you don't have to worry about running it yourself or doing it all on your own. You have the support of the team. That I honestly do recommend new coaches probably lean on the team challenge groups at first. But again, if you've been in groups and you know how they're run and you've been doing it for months and rocking it, and you want to help people right off the bat, you can 100% run your own groups. A really great way to start is with a free Clean Week group. Okay, so for those who don't know, we have this awesome 7-day program called Clean Week, where your prospects are able to get a meal plan and they're able to stream the Clean Week workouts for free without a Beachbody On Demand membership. So that's a really fun group to do because you can say, okay, I'm starting my very first challenge. It's totally free. You do have the option with Clean Week to get people started. Excuse me. To get people started with a week of Shakeology as well, which is pretty cool. Again, that's a way to help people try before committing to a full month's supply. So Clean Week is like the best little intro starter challenge that you can run. And anybody is open to do this, like I said, by yourself, or you can team up with another coach and do it that way. But whatever you want to do, whether you're hosting your own group or whether you're joining the team challenge group, just figure out what is the date. So you have that on your calendar, and then you can start to invite to it, okay? Here are a couple social media examples of how to post and share about challenge groups. This one's actually from the end of the year. This is Brittany Powers. She's a coach on our team. She's amazing. She's a 2-time top 10 coach. She rocks it on social media. And I really love this post that she did, kind of talking about her struggles with the gym, how she would, just waste her money for years and, always struggled with, finding sitter for her kids and whatever, and how that she really loves the fact that Beachbody On Demand allows her to kind of have that personal trainer in her home. And, it comes with meal plans and support groups and whatever. You can screenshot this or look back at kind of her whole caption here to see how she explained it. But this is just an example of how you can post about a challenge group, okay? Rock your resolutions with me, big smile. I love that she has her face on here, okay? I'm going to show you examples of bad social media posts, but always use your face because it's personal and it just shows people, it's just, people will connect a lot better with you versus, some stock images or something, okay? Another example is, this is also Brittany's post, but what she did was she shared my transformation picture. So this is me right here. Right before I got pregnant. Don't look like this right now, but that's okay. but this is my transformation. And what was really cool is Brittany shared my transformation for 80-day obsession. And we do this all the time on our team. And that's what I love about our team is that, most of the time you can use other people's transformation stories and share that, on your page. Obviously just double check with that coach and ask and see if it's okay if you use their pictures. But our team is really great. We almost always are here to help each other, and everyone's here to, help each other out. So you just post and say, hey, does anybody have any transformation photos I can share for my first challenge group? And so this is cool because you don't necessarily have to have your huge transformation right off the bat. You know what I mean? I know that's something that a lot of new coaches, wonder about, is they're like, okay, well, I don't have a transformation yet. I'm just starting. How do I share about this? Well, use other people's transformations that have already been coaching for a little while, and you know what I mean? Just talk about that. This is a girl on my team, and look at her awesome results. Like, I'm so excited to do this program. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of things that you can share. Again, you can go through and read Brittany's caption a little bit more in depth if you want to. But these are just a couple ways you can promote and talk about challenges and talk about our programs, okay? So let's talk a bit about that team challenge group. Like I said, I think that this is a really great way to start, because as a new coach, it can be overwhelming. You have a lot of stuff going on. You're still learning. So lean on the team and lean on this team challenge group if you need to. Now, here are a couple expectations and requirements just to help you really maximize this team challenge group, okay? So number one, veteran coaches are going to run it for you to help show you the ropes, okay? So that's really the cool part about this, is that, the team and the leaders in the team are all going to kind of take that leadership role for you, so that you don't necessarily have to have all the answers and do it by yourself. But you need to pay attention and learn and see kind of what they're posting, so that you can kind of understand for when you want to run your own groups in the future. Okay, we handle the big stuff, but you will be expected to get your feet wet and add motivational posts and daily check-ins. Okay, so just because we are the ones that are kind of like posting the main content, we still need your help. We need your enthusiasm. We need your participation. We need your posts. So, show up, share your own, workouts or sweaty selfies, or your meals, or your Shakeology that you had, or if you're just feeling motivated, and share a quote or something, or if you have challengers that are in there with you, give them shout outs. This is where you can use that recognition vital behavior, or tag them in posts so that they can see and make sure that they are engaging, okay? So you are going to be just as active in this group as we are, just in a little bit of a different way, okay? So we're gonna kind of promote and give that foundation in the group, and then you're going to be, everybody else in the team, and everybody else that's in there is going to help add that excitement, that enthusiasm, and all of that kind of stuff by just participating and commenting and just being an active and engaged member of the challenge group, okay? All right, water break. So requirements. Now, these aren't like cut and dry, like you must bring 3 challengers in order to be in our group, but I really strongly suggest that you work to find your first 3 challengers. Like I said, that goes back to that Success Club goal. Find your first 3 people that want to do this and bring them into the group with you, okay? If you help them with the challenge pack or Shakeology or Daily Sunshine or whatever, you will also hit Success Club. So it's a win-win. And of course, you can bring more than 3 people. If you're like, wait, I've got 10 people that want challenge packs, can I bring 10 people? Heck yes, you can bring 10 people. 3 is just, that kind of suggestion, because that's that sweet spot, okay? But this group is for you, to assist you in getting started and helping your first few people and getting your business off the ground. So, yes, use the challenge group for yourself, but also use it as an opportunity for you to grow your business, and as a place for you to put your first challengers, so that they have a really great experience right off the bat, and you have something to invite to and promote and talk about, okay? These groups are to help you learn and grow as a new coach, so take advantage of that. So your first invite. I know that it might be a little bit scary to get out there and invite your first people, but it honestly does not have to be a scary process, you guys. This is literally just about letting people know that you're doing something and you're looking for some people that want to do this with you. Would they be interested? Okay. So I've got 2 little scripts here. And if you are watching this, maybe screenshot this or come back and look at this slide later on or whatever. But this is a really great kind of first message that you can send out to people to kind of get the process going. So 64 out of 65 who use this method helped at least 1 person. Pretty cool, right? So trust the process. trust what I'm sharing with you. Push through your fears and understand that this works if you just take action on it. Okay. Now, these first people, the first people that you are inviting should be people that you are close with. I am not saying to send this message out to random people on your Facebook that you've not talked to in years. Okay. I'm talking your family, close friends, people that you have a relationship and a bond built with already. And the reason is because those people already know you. They know, like, and trust you. Whereas random people on Facebook or Instagram, or people you even talk to in years, maybe don't know you as well, or they don't have that trust built because, let's be real, like, you haven't talked to them in forever. Like, you know what I mean? You've got to build that trust back up. So start with what we call your warm market. This is the people that you already know, like, and trust. And these are going to be the first people that you're going to want to reach out to, okay? So if you're reaching out to a family member, here's an example message that you can send. Be like, hey, I just started this fitness coaching thing. And also, you can also start off by, like, catching up with them. Be like, hey, Aunt Susie, happy Saturday. I hope you're doing well. Just wanted to shoot you a message, see how things are going with you and the family. Also, I wanted to reach out to you about something. I just started this fitness coaching thing. I'm super excited and also kind of nervous. So would you be willing to be my guinea pig? It's not free, but I think you would really love it. I know you wanted to work on insert whatever goals that you think that this person has either shared with you in the past or posted about or whatever. I know you wanted to work on losing those 20 pounds, or I know that you guys have, Aunt Susan's wedding coming up this summer that you might want to, or you're going on a cruise or whatever. And if it doesn't work for you, you can get your money back, and I promise I won't be mad. Okay. So that's a really just like a lighthearted, just, hey, I'm reaching out. I have this thing going on. It's not free, but I really want to get it going. And again, this is your family. So, they might be willing to help you out and be like, yeah, what is it? Like, I want to lose weight. I want to get healthy. I want to help you out. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to send this message out. Like I said, tweak it, make it sound like you, make it your voice, make it personal to them. Okay. And then if you have a friend, here is a message that you can send to them. Hey girl, okay, so I'm a little nervous to chat with you about this, but I thought, why not ask? So I'm starting this fitness accountability group next month that I think might be a really good fit for you. I know how busy your schedule is and how tough it is to fit your workouts in with 2 kids and a full-time job. Obviously, again, you're going to want to cater this to the specific person. What struggles do you know that they have with their health, or that they might be wanting to work through? So insert that. And then say, this program has some super short workouts and a simple nutrition plan. Would you be interested in checking it out? Okay, so again, just don't be afraid to get out there and ask. Just that's really what it is about. And because these are people that you already have trust built with, it's okay to kind of pull the trigger and just say, hey, do you want to do this with me? I would never do this with a random person that I have not already had a relationship built with or haven't talked to in a while. Okay, let me reiterate that again. But here are just 2 examples. Take these scripts, make them sound like you, like I said, but also at the same time, understand that the way that we've kind of formatted these is to give you the best chance for a response and success. So a lot of times I see coaches who take scripts and then completely change them, and it's not even kind of the same message that we send out. So, tweak it, make it sound like your voice, but also use this as a framework for your first invites and messages. And that will help you kind of get the door open and to helping your first people. Okay, so we have a more in-depth invite process that we like to share, and it's called the 5-step invite process. I'm going to kind of go through it really briefly, but this is going to be kind of the flow of your conversations and the flow of how you're going to talk to people, because as crazy as it sounds, there's actually a way to talk to people that's going to be more successful than if you just try and go out there and you just do it on your own. You know what I mean? Like, there's a flow, there's a process that has seen success, and that's what this 5-step invite process is. I've been using this process for 5 years, and it's the reason why I've been successful in helping people monthly. Okay, so you begin by asking about their goals. Okay, somebody says they're interested. Maybe you invited them using one of the messages I just showed you, or maybe somebody's come to you and said, hey, I saw you post about how you're doing this challenge group thing, and I'm kind of interested. I want to get healthy this summer. Then you're going to start off by asking about their goals and say, awesome, I would love to chat with you about my challenge group. First off, before we kind of get into all the details, I would love to talk to you a little bit about your goals. What are you struggling with right now when it comes to your health and fitness? Okay, Be enthusiastic and genuine. You should already be getting them really pumped up about the group and pumped up about reaching their goals. I use tons of exclamation points and emojis in my messages because I want to be really excited and I want to get them excited about it too, okay? Here's a really key one to kind of help you with keeping your conversations going is always end each message with a question. Such an easy thing to do, but I'm telling you, like if you don't end with a question and just kind of like end the sentence, sometimes people will just not respond. You know what I mean? So if you always end with a question, that kind of helps keep the conversation moving forward. So again, somebody says, hey, I'm interested. Can you send me information? You say, awesome. Yes, I would love to tell you more. My challenge groups have been just a really great way for me to get on track with my goals. So, tell me, what are you struggling with right now when it comes to your health and fitness? Okay. And you got to listen to what they have to say. Okay. This honestly is not about just selling things, you guys. This is truly about helping people. And in order for you to genuinely help people, you need to listen to their struggles and find the right solution for them. Okay. So relate the program back to their goals and how it will solve their problem. So they say, well, I'm really struggling with my eating. Like I have just been, eating fast food, not cooking ahead of time. My eating really sucks. I have a really bad mindset. I feel like I'm always emotional eating or stress eating. And so what you'll do is relate to them. After they share those struggles, relate back to them in some way. I always say, I totally understand how you feel. I have been an emotional eater as well. And I found that, by having a plan to follow that is really simple, that has really been the best thing to help me get on track. Okay. And so just link what they're saying and what their struggles are with how our solution can help them with that problem. Okay. Always continue to ask them questions. Okay. And then you will, you can do this a couple times back and forth and continue to ask questions and say, okay, well, you know what I mean? Like, what kind of goals are you trying to achieve? Are you wanting to lose weight? Are you wanting to just fit into your, old jeans? Like, what are your goals? Continue to ask people questions, dig deep with them, because this is only going to get them more invested and want even more to join your challenge with, the more that you kind of draw these struggles out of them. Okay, and listen. And so once you listen and you kind of have a good idea of what might be good for them, that's when you can offer a solution and say, well, you know what, we have this new nutrition program that we just came out with called 2B Mindset, and I really think it would be great for you. And you can use third-party tools. Like I love to use videos on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube and type in 2B Mindset, for example, you can send them a YouTube video of 2B Mindset and give them some information. Another thing that we are just starting on our team is having informational groups. So maybe reach out to your upline and see if anybody has an informational group for a program going where you can add them and say, well, it sounds like, you really could use a nutrition program to help you with those emotional eating habits. I actually have a free informational group on Facebook with my team where we're kind of giving some information about this program. I would love to get you added. Like, what do you think? You know what I mean? You can use the informational groups. You can send YouTube videos, use some sort of a tool to kind of give them more information. And don't be scared to tell them the cost because it's a great deal. I try not to talk about the cost until I've gone through though and asked them these questions and dig deep with them and figured out what their struggles are. So a lot of times people will say, yeah, I want to join your challenge group, but how much is it? Well, if somebody asks that question, it's actually really easy to move through that. I say, well, the cost all depends on what program we get you started with. So why don't we start by, I would love to start by asking you a couple questions, seeing where you're at, and then we can find the best option for you. Sound good? And people always say, yeah, because it makes sense, right? We have so many different programs, so it's not a one-size-fits-all thing. You've got to figure out specifically what they need help with, okay? And then following up, checking back in with people. You guys, I've seen so many new coaches who talk to people one time and then they ask and maybe the person doesn't respond right away or whatever, and then they just give up and they say, well, they didn't respond to me, so they must not want to join. That's not the case. 9 out of 10 times they just happened to be at the grocery store and needed to check out, and so they read your message and then they put their phone back in their purse and forgot about it. You know what I mean? Follow back up with people. Check in and say, hey, just wanted to check in again. We talked a little bit about you joining my group. I wanted to see if you're still interested. Okay? But that is the invite process in a nutshell. I kind of went through it really fast. We have more in-depth trainings on this, but just kind of wanted to show you how to kind of generally go through the conversation in a way so that you can be successful in helping this person commit, okay?
So some things not to do in the invite process is, number one, telling people the price right up front or right when they ask. I kind of gave you an example of how to kind of go around that. But the reason is because they're going to shut you down right away. They say, if they say, oh yeah, I want to join a challenge group, how much is it? And you say $200 for the, for this challenge pack. They're going to be like, nope. You know why? Because all they're going to see is money. They're not going to know what they're getting. They're not going to know how this is going to help them. They see no value. There's no value there. All they see is money sign. So this is really for their benefit. I don't tell people the price up front. Number one, because like I said, you need to know what they're struggling with in order to recommend something. But number two, it's because they're going to just shut you down. So instead say, I would love to ask you some questions, see where you're at, we'll find the best fit for you and go from there. Okay. And that gives you a chance to ask them the hard questions, their struggles, bring out that information so that then they see how this solution can help them. And when they kind of see how it kind of bridges that gap, they're going to be a lot more willing to invest because they see what it's going to do for them. Okay. And that's what they need. They need to know what's in it for me. How is this going to help me? Okay. Once they see that, that's when you can then offer the cost and it will be a little bit more successful. Don't cut the conversation short. Get to know them. Dig into their goals and know and understand what they're currently doing. Now, I kind of already explained that, but it's really important to ask all of those questions and dig deep with people. Don't send links right away or post links publicly. Don't be like, okay, I'm a coach. Let's do this. Here's the link to my page, whatever. Like that is just kind of tacky. It's very salesy. It's not personal. It's just telling people you want them to go buy stuff from you, right? So wait for the permission to do so. And that means going through this whole process, talking to them about their goals, asking them questions, sending them informational videos, or adding them to our info group. You have to do all of those things before sending them any links, okay? That's what's going to help you come off as a genuine coach that's here to help them and not just make a sale. And don't make the entire conversation about you. In fact, make it all about them. Ask them questions about them. Dig deep. It's not about you. It's about them. That's the whole reason why they're talking to you, okay? So don't get caught up in trying to share all of the information yourself or trying to, talk all about your own struggles. It's all about them and helping them overcome their struggles. So now let's look at social media, because social media is going to be a big asset to you as you get started as a coach, okay? Social media these days, it can be tricky because honestly, you guys, it is always changing. I mean, by the time we do this new coach call in June, chances are social media's changed again, and we always have to tweak. And that's the thing with this, is that social media is a great tool, but because it's changing so much, we always kind of have to be on top of that. But that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, it's 2018. That's just how life is. And it's been kind of a fun challenge to always learn and evolve with social media. Okay. So these days, social media is an amazing tool because it helps you connect with people that are like you. Okay. Let me make this clear, you guys. You are not here to help every single person in the United States. You're not here to help everybody. What I want you to focus on is helping people that are similar to you, that have the same struggles, that have the same life situation. Okay. So what you can do is sit down and think, okay, what are 5 things about me that make me who I am outside of just working out and being healthy, right? So here are my 5 things that I wrote down, right? Number 1, 30-something and married, right? Like I'm in that weird, like not in my 20s anymore, a little bit more established in my life, sort of, I guess, but still trying to figure it out. Married, I love talking to other women that are married too. I just think that, we can relate in this stage of life, right? I'm a first-time mom to be, right? I'm not about to have my baby next month. What? That's crazy to say out loud. So I'm looking to connect with other moms or other future moms, you know what I mean? Because we are, once again, kind of going through similar things and probably struggling with similar things. I'm a former corporate climber. So maybe draw on some things from your past or some struggles you've overcome. A great one like Lauren, struggled with PCOS. So do you have like health issues, or maybe you're divorced? Like, what are some big life things you've overcome or you're going through right now? You know, I used to be a former corporate climber, so, you know, I was working a 9-to-5 job, hated it, wanted to move my way up the ladder just to make money, and I found that that was just not fulfilling to me. So I like to share that part of my story because I like to find other people who maybe thought that they wanted to climb the corporate ladder and then weren't satisfied with what that was doing for them in their life, you know? I'm from the Pacific Northwest and proud. So I'm very much, I mean, I'm from Washington. You know, I talk on my page about, you know, Washington and Seattle and, you know, things that are going on around here and, you know, the mountains and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I'm very much a Pacific Northwest person. That's my personality too. So I let that come through in my posts, and I connect with other people that are similar like that. And then hip hop and humor. So I like to post about my dance parties. I like to post funny quotes and memes, you know, being silly. You watch my Insta stories. I like to show that part of my personality, right? Like that's just me being me and finding other people that are similar to me or who are attracted or like that kind of personality. Because I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and you're probably not everybody's cup of tea too. And that's okay. You're not here to be everybody's cup of tea. You're just trying to find the people that are like you and that do connect with you and do think you're funny or do like following your journey and your story. And that's not going to be everybody, and that's okay. Don't worry about everybody. Just focus on your people. And so, excuse me, take some time after this call, you guys, and sit down and say, what are my 5 things that are not fitness related? Because obviously, along with your 5 things, you're also going to start sharing about your journey, right? So here's an example like of my feed. This is just like a quick snapshot. You can see like I've got my healthy eating, I'm drinking my Shakeology, I'm talking about my journey, right? About my health and fitness. But then I also, here's a picture of my husband. I'm sure this was like a man crush Monday or something, talking about my husband. That draws into me being that 30-something and married. Here I've got, you know, my baby book and me with my bump. Like this is me, you know, connecting with those first-time moms. Former corporate climber. This is me sharing a post about what I do for a week as a coach and how coaching helped me quit my job and be able to work from home. You know what I mean? So I'm drawing on all of these, you know, different parts of my personality and part of my 5 things along with the health and fitness side. And I've got quotes and memes, like I said, that go with, you know, this side, my hip hop and humor. Okay. So this just gives you an idea of what to do and what to post and how to use social media to attract people to you. And then the goal obviously is to, you know, use social media to share call to actions and say, okay, who wants to do this with me? And then reach out to the people that like and comment and that are watching your stories. You can see the people that watch your stories over and over. If somebody's watching your story, that means that they're interested in what you're sharing, okay? So reach out to those people, okay? And that's how you're going to kind of get connected with the right people that are wanting to join you, okay? And then what not to do on social media. Posting your Beachbody link and telling people to go shop. Like I said, like don't just post your link to your store. That just screams, I want to sell you stuff, okay? So don't post any links, right? Go through if anything, you're wanting people to come and talk to you and just start a conversation, okay? That's your ultimate goal, not for them to purchase something, okay? Don't post stock photos and all motivational quotes. Like sometimes I see people who just literally have like quote, 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 quote. Like they don't have any pictures of themselves. Of course, share some quotes. That's okay. But don't just mix it up. You know what I mean? Like if you go back to my page right here, like, yes, I've got a couple of quotes and memes, but they're sprinkled in with all these other things, food and books and, you know, my transformation and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Stay away from these stock Beachbody images. Once again, these just look like sales advertisements. Okay. This just shows people like, hey, come buy this Insanity Challenge pack. You know what I mean? Like it's just not personable. And there's just so many more things you can post that are going to connect with people better, okay? Do not post only Beachbody, okay? Again, it comes back to this, 5 things. I've posted about so many more things besides just my Beachbody journey. This was a Beachbody post right here. This is a Beachbody post talking about coaching right here. I'm sure, I don't know what this post was, but maybe I was talking about it here. But that's not all of these, right? This is talking about what I was eating for the day. It's talking about my husband. These are some funny quotes. These are some pregnancy-related things.
You know what I mean? So sprinkle your Beachbody stuff in with your real life, so that you can continue to connect with people. And then do not just post once a week about Beachbody. That's kind of like on the opposite end of the spectrum. I see people who are afraid to share that they're coaching or talk about challenge groups. And if you aren't posting about it and aren't sharing about it frequently, people are never going to know that they can come to you for help, and they're never going to want to join you. So find that healthy balance. We say 80-20. That means if you are having 5 posts up, one of them be about Beachbody, okay? And the other 4 being about those things in your life, okay? It's a good kind of rule of thumb. It's not an exact science, but just something to kind of go off of. Okay, so now really briefly, I want to kind of talk about how to get people signed up, because maybe, you're rocking it, you're out there, you're having conversations, sharing your journey, you're talking to people, and they say, okay, I'm ready, Alexa, I want to join this. Like, how do I get set up? So we have 2 really awesome ways that you can send people the links so that they can get signed up. The first is called the link generator. And this is just a website. I don't have the exact, do I have the direct link? No, I don't have the direct link on here, but it's really easy. If you literally go to Google and type in Beachbody Coach link generator, it will pull up this website, okay? Really, really simple. And you'll see, you need to know, is this person in the US, are they in Canada, or are they in the United States? Because that will obviously determine what their link is going to be. So if they're in either Canada or UK, just make sure you click right here and go to the UK or Canadian link generator. Okay, but you'll see here's the US Team Beachbody link generator. It's really simple. All you have to do is type in your coach ID, which if you go to coach.teambeachbody.com and log into your coach online office, you will see your coach ID right there on that front page. But you type in your coach ID, you hit submit, and then you can scroll down and figure out what category. So say, somebody wants to get started with 2B Mindset. I'm just going to say that because that's, the new program that's out. You would go to nutrition because it's a nutrition program. And then it would show you, if you click on nutrition, then it'll show you all of the links for our nutrition programs. And then you can just highlight the link that you need and copy and paste and send it to somebody, okay? So that's option number 1. Option number 2, which is my personal favorite, this is my way that I always get people signed up pretty much, is share a cart, okay? So if you just go to shareacart.teambeachbody.com, this is what it looks like. So what you're going to do is you're going to log in with your coach information, right? So you can see over here, here's my coach info. I've signed in. And all you need to do this is you need the person's email address, and you need to know, obviously, what product and Shakeology flavor they're going to be having, if they're going to get Shakeology or Daily Sunshine or whatever it is. You need to know their flavor, like you need to know what they're ordering. And all you got to do is you type in their email and their first name, and then if it's a customer, obviously hit enroll customer. If it's a coach, hit enroll coach. And then on the next page, it's going to show you basically all of the different products we have, Shakeology, challenge packs, everything. Excuse me. And all you have to really do is go through and select what product they want, and you'll hit add to cart. And maybe they want a couple things, like maybe they want a challenge pack and they want a 10-day sampler of Energize. And you can add in that Energize sampler as well. Just go back and just add everything to the cart that they want to get. And then what it's going to do is send them an email. And all they have to do is go through the email, complete their purchase, and it's all set up. Since you signed in and it's attached to your coach account, then you'll get credit for it. Okay, but I wanted to show you guys so that for those of you who are just hitting the ground running and you're ready to sign somebody up, these are the 2 ways that you can do it. And obviously, if you're confused in any way, post on the team page, reach out to your coach, and they can help you out. Okay, so let's wrap this up, you guys. So let's think about, what are your goals? What do you truly want out of this business? What do you want out of being a coach? Okay, are you here because you just want to hold yourself accountable to your own health and fitness? Are you here because you want to be able to pay for your Shakeology every month? Like, what are some financial goals? Do you want to earn maybe $400 or $500 extra a month? Would that be something that's helpful to your family? Or do you want to dream freaking big and earn 6 or 7 figures a year? Because yes, that is possible. There are coaches that earn 6-7 figures a year. There's coaches on our team earning 6 figures. Like, it's not even like an outlandish thing. But it all comes down to, what do you truly want out of this? And I want you guys after this call to sit and think about that. What do I want? What are my goals? Like, what do I want to achieve? All of these things are possible, and we can show you how to make them happen. But you will have to first decide and make that that commitment and say, okay, this is what I want to do. I really want to go far with this, or I want to be able to cover my Shakeology this month. And once you kind of determine what that goal is, then we can create a plan of action. But you need to get your goals out there and figure out what that is. Okay? So think about this and set your goals now. Think about how many people do you want to help in May? It's May 5th. We still have an entire month ahead of us, okay? And it doesn't really matter, when you watch the recording of this. Apply this to the current month or whatever. But think about it. How many people do you want to help this month? You want to, hit Success Club this month? Maybe your goal is to help 3 people. And then next month, maybe you increase that to 4 people in June. And then maybe you go to 5 people in July or something. Whatever it is that you want to do. When is your Emerald goal date, right? We talked about Emerald, bringing those first 2 coaches onto your team. What is your date for when you want to achieve that? Set a date for yourself so that you have something to work towards. Same thing with Diamond, okay? When do you want to grow to become a Diamond coach? That might take a few more months, but that's okay. Set that goal so that you have a roadmap and a game plan, and you know long-term what you're focusing on and what you're working towards, okay? And when you're setting these Emerald and Diamond goal dates, remember that rank advancements and hitting rank goals always happen on Thursdays. So whatever your goal date is, just make sure it's a Thursday, because that's when you will be recognized, and that's when rank advancements happen, okay? But just sit down, figure out your goals. How many people do I want to help in my business? How many people do I want to bring on my team, and when do I want to make that happen? Just set those simple goals for yourself now so that you have a roadmap for the future. So what now? I'm sure you're like, okay, this was great training, but now what do I do? So first off, reach out to your upline and get added to our New Coach Academy, okay? We have an ongoing new coach training group where you can go through, you can complete our assignments and, get everything completed so that you know everything that there is to know about getting started with your business, okay? Invite and post. I just showed you how to do both of those things. I showed you how to start posting on social media, and I showed you how to start inviting. So get out there and do those things. Just take action on those examples. You're going to only learn the best by doing, you guys. And I know that that's scary because a lot of people are afraid to fail and they don't want to mess up or say the wrong thing. But you guys, I've said the wrong thing so many times, especially as a new coach. It's the best way for you to learn is to screw up. Okay, so don't be afraid to fail. Please, I'm giving you permission to say the wrong thing and to mess up and to make mistakes, because that's how you learn, and that's how you adjust and learn how to, do it the right way or find what works for you. Okay, start today. Don't wait until you're done with training. Don't wait for 5 months down the road when you feel like you're ready, because you're never going to feel ready, right? So you can start doing today and right now, and that is going to be one of the best ways for you to learn quickly and see success in your business. Okay, here's a couple more examples of how you can start those conversations. Compliment and run. This is really simple. Go into somebody's inbox and leave them a compliment, a genuine compliment about something. And then maybe wait, just talk to that person, catch up with them, get to know them, see how they've been doing. And then, wait, 10 to 12 days and have that conversation where you are, just reconnecting before you invite them. Okay. To get really effective in between those days, also, you can like and comment on people's posts. And this is really just a good way to reconnect with people. So if you're like, well, I don't have a ton of people in my warm market, that's okay. Get out there and start adding people to your warm market and making, and reconnecting with people by doing this compliment and run. Or thank people for support. This is a really easy way to start conversations and reach out to people is when you're doing your posts about health and fitness or coaching, reach out to the people that are liking and commenting on your posts and send them a message and just say, hey, I just wanted to message you and thank you so much for liking my posts about my challenge group coming up or about coaching. I'm just getting started with this, and, seeing your support really helps a lot. Like, how have you been doing? How's things been going? You know what I mean? Just use this as a chance to reconnect with people. And then, of course, decide on your goals and share them with your upline so that they can help you with reaching those goals and being successful. Okay? So one more thing, you guys, is I don't care who you are, how old you are, or how long you've been a coach or whatever, how much weight you've lost. I believe in you 110%. I know that you can do this, and you have to believe in you. That's the big part. I can believe in all of you. I mean, that's one of the downfalls is I wish that I could,
you know, give every single coach on our team success. But at the end of the day, like, you have to do that yourself. You have to take action on this. We can give you all the tools and the training and the resources and the support, but if you aren't taking action on it and if you don't believe in yourself, then it doesn't matter. So believe in yourself, believe that you can do this. With all of these people in this amazing picture, this is at Summit. This wasn't even in New Orleans last year. I think this is in Nashville 2 years ago. Our team's even bigger now. But think about this. If all of these amazing people on our team, you know what I mean, are here and doing this, like, you can do it too. Don't doubt yourself, and understand that it all just starts with your commitment to just getting out there, putting yourself out there, putting your journey first, and not being afraid to let people know what you're doing. Okay? So that is it, you guys. That is the new coach call. I'm going to stop the screen share. We have a couple other people on. I don't know if those of you who are on live, if you have any questions for me, but I'm going to get this recording up and shared in the team page. But if you guys have any questions, you know, after this call or whatever, please post in the team page, post in the New Coach Academy, reach out to your coach, whoever it is. We're all here to help and support you on this journey. Okay. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Please take action on this stuff, on these tips and things, because that is going to be the best way for you to learn and be successful and grow with this. Okay? So have a great rest of your day, you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will chat with you all soon. Bye, guys.